Hey there, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Connor, and today we're jumping into a project that's sure to add both style and functionality. I will be detailing the process of building custom dining table drawers. This isn't just a simple DIY project, it's a game changer for organization and style. So let's fire up the tools. It's time to get started. Shop Fix. It's for the love of woodworking. If you're new here, don't worry. I'll guide you step by step with tips and tricks to make sure your drawers turn out perfect. And for all you seasoned DIYers, there's plenty of room to customize and make this project your own. First, we need to make room for the drawers by mortising the table apron. Start by marking out the openings with precision. Using a mortiser, jigsaw, router, or a combination of the three, carefully cut out all the sections. I found the mortiser to be the most accurate way to hollow out the table aprons, and then I finished off the cuts with my jigsaw. Oh, and remember, the bigger the openings, the less sturdy your table aprons become, so shoot to allow for at least 3/4 left on all sides. To secure the table aprons to the legs, I use pocket hole joints as to allow them to be removed later on if the table is moved. You can certainly glue the aprons for a stronger joint, but the weight of the table won't be on the pocket holes anyways, but rather the mortises in the table legs. Next, we'll attach the wooden drawer slide mounts to the table rails. Drawers aren't thrill seekers, so if it's sliding like a roller coaster, it's not the drawer's fault, and you might want to double check your level. Oh, and secure the mounts with screws through pilot holes here to prevent the wood from splitting. Now let's prepare the pine lumber for the drawers. Cut each piece to size for the front, back, and sides. To make our drawers all symmetrical, we will further mill them by using the jointer to get one edge and also one of the faces perfectly flat. Then we can simply flip all the boards over as to reference that flat face to create a uniform thickness for all the drawer pieces. These drawers will come together with a 1/4 inch bottom panel, and we'll create grooves for that next. A table saw or router works really well for this task. You'll want to set the blade or router bit to match the thickness of your panels and test on scrap wood first to get it right. Time for the mighty 45-degree miter cut. Get it right and it's the woodworking equivalent of the perfect handshake, or DAP, or whatever you call it nowadays. Back to the table saw, cut the 1/4 inch bottom panels to fit the grooves you just created. You can then use a miter saw to easily dial in the length with a stop block. Afterwards, test fit the panels to ensure they slide into the grooves properly. To glue the drawers together, apply wood glue to the grooves and to the mitered edges. Then slide in the 1/4 inch bottom panel. You can use a bang clamp to hold everything square while the glue dries. This step is like assembling IKEA furniture, except you're the Swedish genius who designed it in the first place. You'll likely have some dry glue along the corners that will need to be removed with a combination of chisels and sandpaper. To easily attach the slides to the drawers, first apply glue and then align them carefully to the outside of the drawers. Use a spacer block to position the slides consistently across all the drawers. Secure the slides in place with clamps until the glue fully dries. To enhance the look of your drawer fronts, use a router or router table to add a decorative edge. Choose a profile that complements your table's style. This small detail can make a big difference in the final appearance. To attach the drawer fronts, first drill pilot holes for the hardware. You'll want to install the pull knobs in the center for a functional and balanced look. The easiest way to align the drawer fronts is to use a spacer block along the bottom. After applying wood glue to the back of the drawer front, you can simply install the pull knob and a few clamps to keep everything aligned and tight as the glue dries. After the clamps have been applied, you can then move your spacer block to the next drawer and repeat the process. Now we got ourselves some good looking drawers. To create a distressed farmhouse finish, paint the drawers with an off-white color and then sand the edges. Distressing the wood is like giving it a rugged backstory. It's not just a drawer anymore, it's a drawer full of character. To ensure smooth drawer operation, apply paste finishing wax to the slides. Simply rub the wax on evenly with your finger. Wax on, wax off. If it works for karate, well, it'll work for drawers. Well, it's the moment of truth, isn't it? If your drawers don't glide like a dream, you have my permission to roast me in the comments. And remember, fellas, drawers aren't just for storing stuff, they're for showing off your woodworking chops. So invite the buddies over, crack a cold one, and let them marvel at your drawer mastery. Thank you so much for sticking around to the end. If this project inspired you, or you picked up some helpful tips, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. I'd love to hear about your own drawer building adventures in the comments below. Feel free to share your ideas or ask any questions. Happy woodworking, my friends.